Good morning, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated Journato morning headlines on April 4, 2022. Teen who fell to his death from Orlando theme park ride was over weight limit for attraction, report says. The Independent. A boy fell from a free-fall ride in Florida. An investigation is underway, but who regulates these parks? CNN. Report. Family of teen killed on Orlando amusement park ride has no ties to woman allegedly posing as cousin. The Independent. He had a great future ahead of him. Friends and teammates of teen killed in Florida theme park ride honor him in vigil. The rise of France's far-right Marine Le Pen. Ukraine war. Russian troops have dug up Chernobyl's poisonous legacy, and they may have taken it into their own country. Sky News. Ukraine state energy company. Russian troops may have radiation exposure. CNN. Russian soldiers fled Chernobyl with radiation sickness, says Ukraine. Evening Standard. Ukraine News. Live. Retreating Russian forces mining homes and corpses, says Kyiv as US offers tank support. The Independent. Russian soldier dies from radiation poisoning in Chernobyl. Trump's Truth Social app branded a disaster. Will Western leaders cut and run as the costs of the Ukraine war mount? The Guardian. Peace, putsch or European Syria, 3 endgames for Ukraine. Politico Europe. Friendly fire blunders, confusion, low morale, why Russia's army has stalled. The Guardian. Zelensky's muddled neutrality plan is not the answer for Ukraine. Financial Times. Niall Ferguson. 7 worst-case scenarios from Putin's Ukraine war. Yemen. 2-month ceasefire begins with hopes for peace talks. COVID cases rise in Shanghai as millions remain in lockdown. The Guardian. Shanghai residents plead for food and medicine as authorities lock down city. Financial Times. So postcard from Shanghai. 5.6 meters city dwellers are now confined to their homes. The Times. Shanghai reports 8,581 new asymptomatic, 425 new symptomatic COVID cases for April 3. Reuters.com. Shanghai lockdown tests the limits of Xi Jinping's zero COVID policy. Scientists urge end to fossil fuel use as landmark IPCC report readied. German man suspected of having 90 COVID jabs to sell vaccination cards. The Guardian. COVID-19. Man in Germany allegedly gets 90 jabs to sell forged vaccine passes. Sky News. Man in Germany gets 90 COVID-19 shots to sell forged passes. The Independent. German man gets vaccinated against COVID 90 times to sell fake jab passes. Evening Standard. Man in Germany gets 90 COVID shots to sell forged passes. Sri Lanka. Tear gas and water cannon used as thousands break curfew to protest over economic crisis. Sky News. Sri Lanka protesters defy curfew after social media ban. The Guardian. Sri Lanka reverses completely useless ban on social media amid protests. The Independent. Sri Lankan ministers offer to resign as economic crisis escalates. Reuters.com. Sri Lanka's cabinet resigns as protesters' anger grows over economic crisis. Sacramento shooting, at least 6 dead in center of California state capitol. BBC. California police search for shooters who killed 6, hurt 12. The Independent. Police hunt several suspects after 6 killed in California shootings. Runcorn and Witness World. California has toughest U.S. gun laws. After Sacramento shooting, what else can lawmakers do? The Mercury News. California manhunt for drive-by gunman who left 6 dead and 12 injured. Hong Kong leader Carrie Lam says she will not seek second term. The Guardian. Live news updates. Hong Kong leader Carrie Lam says she won't seek re-election. Financial Times. Hong Kong leader Carrie Lam says she won't seek second term. Bloomberg. Hong Kong's Carrie Lam to announce she will not run for second-term cable TV. Reuters.com. Embattled Hong Kong leader Carrie Lam will not seek a second term. Hungary election. Viktor Orban declares victory with ruling Fidesz party on course to win. The Independent. Viktor Orban wins 4th consecutive term as Hungary's prime minister. The Guardian. Hungary election. Pro-Putin Prime Minister Viktor Orban declares victory in country's elections. Sky News. Hungary's isolation, economic woes will make Orban's 4th term his toughest yet. Reuters, Orban win sets stage for more EU battles on democracy and Russia. Russia-Ukraine war, what we know on day 40, including the Bucha killings. The Guardian, Ukrainian President Zelensky's spokesperson describes apparent war crimes by Russia, BBC News. BBC News, PM seeks tough response from NATO as Russia accused of civilian massacre. The Independent, Russia now synonymous with Bucha killings, Zelensky says, amid global outcry at atrocities against civilians. The Guardian, New Srebrenica, mass graves found around Kyiv as Russia accused of genocide. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.